on his side here tonight. Newcastle will hope they can succeed where Chelsea failed last night. They have to win by at least 2 goals here. One of football's most impenetrable homes. Now, in behind here, a chance for Marmoush. Knocked against him, but in it goes. Manchester City have a 3rd goal on aggregate, and it might be a 3rd goal to push them under the Wembley arch. In it goes off the Manchester City striker as Byrne tried to clear it.
Just here, plays it round the corner. He's in behind the defender, Thiaw. Looks though he's overrun it. Byrne comes across and does really well to get the slide challenge in, but it comes straight off of Marmoush and back over the goalkeeper. He's a bit lucky, of course he is. But it was all started by a brilliant bit of play. And you can see it bounces into the ground, but it comes off Marmoush. And Semenyo doesn't want to touch it because he might have been offside. What a start for Man City.
Voltemada on here to Gordon. And he can go one more, and there's a chance in the middle. Smothered well though by Trafford, who did really well. Maybe too much pressure there.
Well, this is too easy for Newcastle to break through Manchester City. And that touch isn't quite big enough from Willock. He's made the right run, but really good goalkeeping from Trafford.
Gobble up space ahead of himself here. Right, Aït-Nouri, so much to give, Aït-Nouri! And they don't get lucky this time, it is a corner behind Kieran Trippier.
Maybe he could have shot a fraction. He's looking, he's had another look. Now he's going to have to shoot.
Foden again. Marmoush. Semenyo! How was that not turned home? It was O'Reilly coming in round the back.
They picked the right pass, really good from Nico Gonzalez playing it wide. Marmoush round the corner. I think he's trying to cross it. Does he need to hit it quite so firmly? Probably not. Just get it along that space between the goalkeeper and
this season, Newcastle. 3 wins in 16 matches away from St James's Park. Another effort fizz wide, this time by Semenyo.
Not sure where Trippier was going with that pass. Look at this for a touch. Brings it down, buys himself half a yard.
Might have had another in the first leg as well, but it was controversially disallowed, let's say. There was plenty of debate following the game as to whether it should have stood or not. Now, here's Gordon, chance! And once again, Trafford the man for Manchester City.
Win the first ball in the air. That's what Byrne does. They win the second ball in the air. And suddenly, Gordon's in. Again, could he have lifted it over Trafford? There was a lot of the far post to aim for. Didn't quite get that right, did he? 2 big chances now for Newcastle.
Matheus Nunes. Well, off on his own run there, and in the end he gets himself in a right mess. Pulls down Lewis Hall and picks up a yellow card.
All did very well eventually. Just showed a bit too much of the ball to him here. And there's the tug on the arm. Was always going to get a yellow card for that.
Newcastle could do with a boost. It's Trippier. And Trafford more than equal to it. A comfortable save. Reinders. Semenyo left. Antoine Semenyo. Angle tight. Oh, nearly in. It is now. And Manchester City are surely heading to Wembley. There is no doubt about it. Marmoush at the double. Reinders. Semenyo left. Antoine Semenyo. Angle tight. Oh, nearly in. It is now. And Manchester City are surely heading to Wembley. There is no doubt about it. Marmoush at the double.
Look how easy it is for Reinders to get all that space on the ball. Botman was in central midfield, didn't go across with him. You can see he's just about onside, Semenyo. Looks as though his first touch wasn't a particularly good one, but he just plays it into a good area. Ramsdale touches it onto the defender. And Marmoush just has to keep his composure. And it's a good finish. It wasn't the greatest cross from Semenyo. He almost bundled it into the ground. Trippier is always going to be difficult for him. Tries to play it over his own crossbar. But Marmoush is there to make it 2-0.
See how Newcastle decide to attack this second period. Either way, Stuart Robson, It is a lead that is surely too much for them or any other side to come back from here.
On finding positions. Well, there's the first mistake.
Well, a chance here. Wissa is through and off target. Lines in this game.
It's a poor bit of play by Kusanov. Gives the ball away, and it's a really poor finish. Wissa coming through here. Tries to open up his left foot. Gets it all wrong.
Sometimes player reactions can be telling. Here's Marmoush meanwhile. Omar Marmoush chasing a hat-trick. He hasn't got it, but Reinders puts it wide.
Here's the big crossfield pass. Brilliant ball. Marmoush's touch doesn't quite take him in behind, but he sets up Reinders really well. Just the wrong side of the post. The way he's made runs from deep, you can see he completely miskicks it.
Malanga skip between two. Thought he'd go on the right, but he goes on his left and scores a quite brilliant goal. The very best of Anthony Elanga. Yes.
A great individual goal. Goes between those two challenges. Runs at O'Reilly. Puts him on the back foot. And then he's got the ability with the inside of his left foot to bend it into that far corner. Well, he's not sure which way he's going to go. No chance for Trafford to get there. Just moves it enough to buy himself half a yard to get the shot away.
And Tonali slips it through, and Barnes with another chance. Elanga! And you feel from Newcastle's point of view.
Player's point of view, it has to go in anyway. Barnes times his run to perfection. I think he does, yeah. The ball is excellent from Tonali. He does everything right, just plays it across. Just has to hold his run slightly, but he's got to score here. That's a poor effort.
Sliced apart, but even with that previous one where Wissa was offside, he could have been onside and still made it. So changes to come. Nico Gonzalez off, Nico O'Reilly off.
Correction, the number 33, Nico O'Reilly, has been replaced by number 16, Rodri. By our number 9, Erling.
Haaland has scored 151 goals for Manchester City now. Only one of them has ever come in this competition, quite strangely. That was against Liverpool just over 3 years ago.
And also for City coming off, our number 47.
A change though. Foden is actually going to be replaced here by Cherki. So they really are throwing the kitchen sink at this now.
Remember that game we were talking about earlier where Man City beat Newcastle 2-1 at Wembley in the 70s. It was a great League Cup final. Overhead kick from Dennis Chua.
Reinders, Haaland, Marmoush, is this his moment? Well, it might well have been.
Work on. A couple of times he's turned away from shooting with his left foot. This time you can see why. Never set himself to hit that on target.
Spurn clipped, he was, by Kusanov.
Since he's joined Liverpool.
It's a high one forward, it's bounced, it's Elanga round the back! And again, we're left scratching our heads as to how that ball hasn't gone in the back of the net. More respectable in this second half. Another chance goes begging.
Well, some poor defending. That ball's travelled a long way. LA missed it completely. Kusanov may have just done enough to stop Wissa getting there. Elanga does everything right, just plays it back across. He should have probably got on the end of that.
2007, they'd failed to have a shot on target in 3 consecutive second halves. But here's Haaland, who certainly had one there. And Ramsdale with a fine save to deny him a 4th goal for Manchester City on the night.
Credit also to Cherki. What a good pass this is. First touch takes him away from Botman. He really does smash it. The only thing you could say, it's a nice height for the goalkeeper. What a good save from
Like a pull back there by Byrne. The referee saw it that way. Play goes on with Shirky. Ryan Shirky. Haaland. Saved by Ramsdale again. There have been some great saves at either end.
Yeah, Haaland showing he's got a right foot as well here. Just comes up off his first touch. He tries to place it into that far corner. Again, nice height.
Only 2 minutes left here. Alanga. Free kick and a booking. A booking for Rodri, I think it was.
For Man City, but he's had this nasty injury. And he just seems to have lost that little bit of pace. Alanga just runs away from him. He grabs the shirt and he gets a yellow card.
The manager will concede defeat and allow the fourth official to add a nominal amount of time on. Murphy. Really poor delivery.
Arsenal against Manchester City.
It will be Manchester City to take on Arsenal in the 2026 Carabao Cup final. After a largely dominant home performance, certainly dominant performance over the course of the tie from Manchester City. 2nd of March is the date. The full-time score here tonight: Manchester City 3, Newcastle United 1. City win 5-1 on aggregate. It's Manchester City against Arsenal.